Hello, Internet hookah pros, hookah enthusiasts, and viewers of YouTube. Gnome here at a disturbing angle because the camera is lopsided. Anyway, if you can't deal with that, you probably will absolutely hate my channel. I am smoking the Alchemist Stout Double Apple. And usually, when you have a base flavor, and I mean that as in iconic, oldest flavors known to hookah, basically, I tend to compare it to the most common on the hookah connoisseur shelf, which would be Alchemist Double Apple. But seeing as it's double apple, we also have to make the comparison to the granddaddy of all double apples, Gnome Double Apple, the staple, the golden rule, the double apple of all double apples. And this is not disappointing, but it's very different from both. First off, out of the packet, it was double apple and needs to smell. And however, what was different was I could really detect green. There was much more of a clear green apple coming out of it. That seems to have disappeared. In fact, I'm not even getting a red apple out of it. But I am. It's strange. Let me contemplate it a little more, because this is the first time I've smoked it. Well, you got that double apple essence. It's got the anise, but it's not a sweet anise like Alchemist. And it's not a punch you over anise like Gnome. It's softer. It's much softer, but it's also much more woody. And if you can't imagine a woody anise, I'm sorry I don't have much to compare it to. Think of the woodiness that you get in some cinnamons and apply it to the anise flavor, but there's no cinnamon in there. I think I'd like to mix it with cinnamon in the future. That would be a very nice fall flavor. The smoke is fantastic and wonderfully poofy, thick and white, and nice. There's a caramelization going on that tastes like a candied apple with no sweetness. The Alchemist style sweetness of double apple is not here. There's not much sweet to be had. But it's still good. It's interesting. I hate to make this comparison, but I'm going to have to. It's nearly medicinal. I hate to say that because it sounds very negative. In this case, to me, it's not a negative, it's just a descriptive. You know when you have cherry cough syrup and you kind of have that funky medicinal sort of background? That's kind of in here. But it's hiding behind the caramel. And when I say caramel, I do not mean the sweet, sugary candy. I should clarify, it is the caramelization of a roasted apple. So this is kind of like a roasted apple, not sweet, with soft anise and a very sneaky, almost clove background. Oh. Compliments to the chef. Out of the package, it almost smelled as though there was a cooling mint or menthol in the background. Not getting that either. Unfortunate. I was kind of hoping they had tossed a little of their mint in there. I will be doing that though. So, yeah. Accuracy to the tradition of double apple and what it tastes like. I'm going to have to say it's a good 7. Good 7 to double apples. In comparison to Alfacher, not quite there. Maybe there, but just very different. Nakla, still the king of double apples. Not been challenged yet. But what is it? There's something about this that I like that's different, unusual. And when I said medicinal, that is the kind of sweet undertone. But I'm also realizing that, in this case, the bourbon notes sticking out. So the telltale element of Alchemist is definitely there. It is very indicative of their processing. It's got that bourbon to it. Now, most people probably won't pick that out. They'll just pick out a slightly caramelish, not caramel candy, but caramelized apple-y flavor with anise and a very, not really there, but something says it's there, clove. It's unfortunate that nothing seems to be sticking out as super prominent, like, boom, this is what I'm about. Now it's all melded together in a blend, and, well, it's kind of nice. It makes a very different double apple, even though it is that classic flavor. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. Okay, so that was the accuracy. Buzz. Much more than the other stout line of Alchemist. Brain farted. Sorry. But yeah, it's got a nice buzz. It's very temperate. It's like Alfacher, maybe just a tiny hair stronger. Could be how I packed it. I nearly overpacked it. Overall ratings difficult when it comes up to something as classic and iconic as a double apple flavor, because some people out there will absolutely hate it just on that quality that it's like a classic double apple. Flavor for noobs? No. Flavor for people who like double apple that feel like they want something softer or something that might be a nice mixer. Whoop. No, computer. Don't die, please. Please don't die, computer. Okay. So, I'd like it more. And has been stated, if you like the video, push like. If you don't like the video, push like. That's how we do it. Okay, well, I will see you guys next bowl. And Well, give it a try if it sounds interesting, if it sounds tantalizing. If you are a connoisseur of double apples, give it a try. You will be perplexed. Not disappointed, but perplexed. Hello. This is just a little addendum insert here for the Alchemist Stout Double Apple. And if I don't say that, I'll not be sure where to put in this little video cut. Sorry if I sound redundant by doing that. Anyway, we're near the end of the bowl. And besides the flavors that I've described, the cloviness gets stronger near the end. That's kind of to be expected, but what was surprising it's dry. No, the shisha's not burning. It's not drying out. It's dry here. It is a very throat drying. You'll want a drink on hand, perhaps some nice Turkish coffee. It's my recommendation. When you have this, I think that'll be alleviated if you mix a little mint into it, but just wanted to say that before my brain dumped it.